our most foundational piece to movement training is going to be our feet. We want to make sure that we have straight feet like you see up in this corner. The reason why is because it's the foundation to our body. That's where energy is going to first enter the body. As you can see down here, we have crooked feet. Imagine if I built a house off of a crooked foundation. I don't want my feet to splay out and push out or even point out, just because then that's going to create a wobbly foundation, just like if I was to build a house on a wobbly foundation. If I build it on a straight and strong foundation, everything else upwards is going to have a better chance of success. Now that we understand what position the foot needs to be in and how to use the toes, we need to understand the integrity of the whole ankle joint. So when we land to the ground, it needs to look something like this. Because when we land in an inside ankle bone high shape, that's going to give integrity for the shin bones to sit on top of the talus properly. That's how the inside ankle bone high shape looks, right above me again. The better we can get at landing in a position like that, we're going to be healthier and we're going to be able to produce energy in a more efficient and effective way going forwards. With feet that look like this, you're going to see a collapse to the inside part of the foot. If our feet have a collapse to the inside part, the inside ankle bone starts to fall low when we absorb energy. Then what starts to happen is the foundation of the body gets destroyed and we start to leak energy going upwards. So if I was to play a sport and I start to push off the inside part of my foot, then I'm leaking energy to the inside part of my body rather than using the outside strong part like my glutes, my hamstrings, my lateral calves, and even my strong back muscles. The direction and integrity of our foot is extremely important, as we just learned. Now, where we place our feet is also important. So if I stand out wide like this lady down here, you're going to see that I have an opportunity to actually collapse and compromise the foot. So if I keep my foot under my hips, then I'm going to have a better chance at keeping the integrity in the ankle and keeping a straighter foot. The other reason why columns are super important to understand is it's going to create a strong stance. As you can see with this dude up here, you can tell that his legs look strong and the rest of his body looks strong. So make sure you're setting up in a strong stance before you go and do any athletic movement or before you do any yard work or anything of that sort. Now, when Molly's positioned in this, she's really trying to feel the back side of the leg. So the hamstring, glutes, calves, and she's even going to feel a little bit of her lower back. So you see the position that she's in, how the hips are really far back and the rib cage is leaned forward. When we're talking about back chain dominance, the rib cage and the hips are respective of each other. So if one goes forward, the other has to go back. And then vice versa, if the rib cage comes forward, the hips have to go back. And that's the position that you're seeing her in, that back chain dominant position.
If you've ever watched a baseball player hit or throw, the ones that throw really hard, have high exit velos, and perform really well, you'll notice that they set bows. When I load into that leg, I'm going to see that leg play out. I'm going to notice that that knee is playing outwards. Now, what's going on is the leg is actually corkscrewing into the ground, absorbing that pressure, creating torque in the outside part of the leg. It's externally rotating so that it can create as much torque as possible. Now, this shape right here with the leg is an inside ankle bone low shape, as you know, but it's also a negative bow shape. This guy is not setting bows. He's putting himself in a compromising position for the knee and the lower half. So for this dude right here to improve his running mechanics and also make sure that he's faster and way safer when he moves, he would need to set a bow with that left leg.
When it comes to energy production, we want our body to work for us, not against us. As you see in this shape right here, the heel in the back is actually rotated away, like Jacob was saying. When that happens, when we are able to corner the hip and the ankle, our body's working for us. The energy from the back leg is pushing to the front. That way our energy goes from one side to the other. In this shape here, you're going to see the opposite. You're not going to see the energy working for us. The energy is actually working against us. So if I spin my leg the opposite way, Now my energy is going the opposite direction in which I need to travel. That's going to cause us pain, and it's going to make us a less efficient athlete.
Our center of mass, that 7th movement point, or also known as having our head over our foot, we have to be able to manipulate our center of mass, that head, from side to side when we move. Now, if we go and we take a step and our head, which normally weighs about 12 pounds, is not able to get all the way into the column, then I'm not going to be able to create as much energy as possible, and I'm also going to be subject to injuries. So being able to take that head over that foot is going to help all of that energy work around this column.
The 8th and final movement point is spinal freedom. Now take it from me, as somebody that had back pain for years until I figured out how to move, this is a really important point. And it's a kind of a hard one to understand, but the better we get at moving our spine, the more we get out of pain.